Hey everybody, it is still September 17th. Um, the past few days, there's been a controversy about speech. So, I want to read what the First Amendment says. It says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So, we have all these freedoms. And there's a bunch of other, freedoms and such that, with each freedom, with each right, comes a responsibility. When we're talking about the freedom of speech, we have the responsibility to convey our thoughts in a reasonable manner. The speech that's been happening over the past few days that people are unfortunately dealing with the consequences of that speech. Well, it was hateful, it's disrespectful, vile. I don't think that, yeah, you can, but, with each right comes a responsibility, and if that responsibility is not carried out in a reasonable manner, then, there's going to be consequences. And, that's just how it is. Um, I mean, I know there's going to be people that's going to come on here and, point, various, other things out and what have you. And yeah, if that is done, then, I'll deal with it if it needs to be dealt with. Okay. There are, there's just some things that I'm not going to deal with. But I really hope that, everybody understands that with each right comes a responsibility. And with that responsibility, if it is not carried out in a reasonable manner, there's going to be a consequence. I mean, let's think about it, you know? But, and then freedom of religion. We, as a nation, have the freedom to have the faith that we wish to have. And, we have people in this country that are Christian, that are Jewish, Islam, Buddhists, Shittus, or Shittuism, or whatever, however that's pronounced. We've got them all. And then, on the reservations across the central part of this nation and, out west and what have you, there's the Indian religions. I'm sure there's people in this country that, still follow the Greek gods, from way back when. That's fine. We have the freedom to be able to do that. But it's not my place to force my beliefs on somebody else. I will sit down and converse about my beliefs. And like I said previously, I've got a friend who's an atheist. me and my atheist friend, I mean, we talk religion. You know, I don't force my beliefs on him, and he doesn't force them on me. Um, we still respect each other. So exercise your rights. Because last I heard, we still had the right to free speech. And but of course you got to understand there's going to be a consequence if that speech is vile, if it is just so extra disrespectful, slanderous. I mean, there's got to be some, there's got to be a balance, at least from my viewpoint. All right, so if there's any other questions or concerns, just let me know. Y'all have a great day.